Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the fourth week of English 110C. Again, I'm Dr. DePew, and I want to talk to you about what we will be doing this week. First, before I get into that, let me talk about last week. You all started off very well with your work on genre, and I've already graded the responses, and I will have the activity that you did for Friday back to you very soon. This will lead up to the activity for tomorrow night's class. And the activity for tomorrow night's class is our last part of the genre section of this course. And I say last part not because we're leaving genre behind, but because it's the last introductory part. We'll be talking about genre throughout the course of the semester because this is one of the major concepts that I want you to be thinking about throughout the rest of this course and beyond this course. So for tomorrow night, you will be expected to read an academic article in the field of writing studies. It has been written by yours truly. And the reason I am asking you to read this article is not because I want you all to sit there and say, oh, our professor's so smart, look at the brains on him. No, the reason is I want to give you all an opportunity to ask questions about the process of researching and writing that article. And if I were to assign an article by another scholar, the best I could do is sit there and say, well, I speculate that the reason that the author did X, Y, or Z is because this. Because I am the author of the article that you are engaging with, this means that any questions that you ask about how the author conducted the research or how the author reported the findings of the research, I will have an answer to. And I will have a very authoritative answer to because I experienced it, and I am very much looking forward to the questions that you pose to me. Again, no question is a stupid question, and I am more than happy to provide as much detail as I need to in order to answer your questions. So feel free to shoot away and send me questions that you don't necessarily feel that you have the answers to, or aren't quite apparent, or that will help you think about how you are going to conduct your research or write up your essay for assignment number 4. So that's what you'll be doing tomorrow for tomorrow night. Supposed to read the article. Again, as usual, you have some questions to examine, and I want you, as you are reading the article, to think back to the reading that you did for last Tuesday's response on how to read academic articles, some of the strategies that they provide. This article was not necessarily written for freshmen, but it is comparable to some of the types of articles that you may be assigned in your major courses. So the best thing to do is in a course like this is take advantage of this opportunity to practice trying to read these type of articles. The worst thing you could do is just sit there and say, I don't understand this, throw your hands up, and not participate in your group work. The best thing you could do is use those strategies that were suggested, such as trying to read 3 times, try to figure out, find places where you do see things that you understand. The article is about social media, so many of you have experience with that and can relate to, especially the case studies that are written about. A lot of the theoretical stuff at the beginning, I know most of you are going to struggle with that. That's your opportunity to use the web to look up terms. It's also your opportunity to ask me questions. So take advantage of these strategies. These are strategies that aren't just for doing the work in this class, but they're strategies for the work that you do beyond this class as well. So that's the work that you'll be doing for tomorrow. For Friday, you're going to be doing a response. So you go back to doing individual work for Friday. And by Friday, you will want to have made a decision on what topic and what research questions you are going to be doing this semester. You need to know that because you're going to start doing some textual research for that. Project. Textual research is going to be leading up to the annotated bibliography, and parts of that annotated bibliography are going to be in assignment number 4, which is the IMRAD essay. So you need to have your question, and if you have any questions about your question, if you're like, I'm still not sure what I want to do, contact me. We can talk, we can either communicate through email or we can talk over the phone. So if you're still kind of like, I don't know what to do, let's talk and get you to make a commitment. You do need to make a commitment by this point on the work that you're going to do for the rest of the semester. Whatever you decide for Friday's response, will pretty much be, it's like a 98% commitment. I mean, you have to come up with some pretty extenuating circumstances of why you're going to change a topic, because if you change a topic, you're just going to create a whole heck of a lot more work for yourself for the rest of the semester, and we both don't necessarily want you to experience that, because that will put you back and it may jeopardize your grade a little bit. So try to pick something that you really want to learn about. Some of you who didn't necessarily have research questions, you may want to shoot me a casual email and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking about. Do you think I'm on the right track now? So for Friday's class, you'll be looking at some popular sources. Again, popular sources are going to be sources that are coming from like news outlets. They're going to be sources that are going to be coming from newspapers, news websites, trade magazines, something like Runner's World or Time Magazine, Newsweek, Car and Driver, depending on what you are, working with, a military newsletter or something like that. So these are these are some of the things that you'll be looking at. Although you will only need to annotate 3 of these sources for this assignment, you'll need to find 5 and just give some very brief few sentence annotations just to show that you're on the right track. You also want to choose a citation style that you're going to use. You have the choice of using MLA, APA, Chicago. If there's another one that you want to use, just use it correctly. Again, whichever one you use, it's something that you're committing to do throughout the whole semester. You want to make sure you're doing it accurately. You want to make sure you're doing it consistently throughout the entire semester. And if you don't know which one to choose, my best suggestion is choose the one that is most used or most closely related to the one that you use in your major. So for many of you, that will be probably APA or Chicago, but do a little bit of research on what style is used within your major with citation formatting and citation style. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My phone number is area code 757-683-4019, and my email address is kdepew@odu.edu. I look forward to working with you. I hope you have a good week. Bye-bye.